Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda and this is the Chic Damsel. I am so glad you're here today watching this video. So if you're new, please do subscribe to this channel and do turn your notifications on so you always know when new content is posted, which is every Wednesday and Sunday. So now let's dive into today's topic. So as the title of the video indicates, I'm sharing with you 7 tips to hide physical flaws. I know that we all have those bad days, or one of those days, I guess, when we feel very self-conscious about our bodies or just feeling bloated and you want to wear something, but you also don't want to, expose that discomfort. So I wanted to share what works for me. Please do let me know in the comments if those are tips that you actually do apply. And if you have, tell me how that worked for you. Also, if you have others that you like to share as well, please do so, because I always say that I'm here to learn from you guys. I don't just believe in doing things one way. So if you do have things that you do that you find useful, please do let me know. So now, enough chatting, let's talk about these tips. So the first one that I'd like to discuss really applies to your tummy area. When you feel like you're super bloated or just, your tummy is sticking out and you want to hide that. One trick is to pick something that has drapes or ruching. Draping means that basically the two fabrics are crossing over, kind of like the top I'm wearing right now. See, these two fabrics, one comes this way and one goes that way. It's crossing over. That's what draping is. So you want something like that in your tummy area, because essentially you have two layers of fabric and it softly conceals whatever you have going on there. Ruching means that the fabric is sewn down the middle. So you have two fabrics that are basically sewn down the middle and it's a bit like frumpled. Is that a word? Is that how you say frumpled? So it's a great optical illusion because all the focus is on the sewing down here, which gives the impression you have a nicer silhouette. But you also want to pick drape or ruching or both when the fabric isn't too bulky, because too much of a bulk actually magnifies or amplifies what you're trying to conceal. So you want something that's very softly done, or like ruching that has maybe just one or two layers to it, but no more than that, because then it just makes it worse. The second tip here is to be mindful of the patterns of your outfit. So here I'm talking about two specific patterns: horizontal stripes and vertical stripes. If you're someone that is very strong, like your upper body temp is very strong, and there's nothing wrong with that, then you may want to be careful of wearing horizontal stripes because they give the impression that you are larger. Horizontal stripes add width, or at least that's the optical illusion that it gives. If you are on the narrower, like the slimmer side, and you want to give the impression maybe that you have like more meat on your bones, or you're a bit more, muscular, then yes, you do want to go for those horizontal stripes. But if you are curvier and you're stronger in the upper body part, you may want to stay away from that. Oh, my eyes hurt. Likewise, for the vertical stripes, I always say this: I'm tall, I'm 6'2", so I can't be wearing bottoms or tops with vertical stripes because it gives the impression that I'm much taller than I really am. But if that's not the vibe you're going for, then beware of that. If you're on the petite side, on the other hand, and you want to give that optical illusion that you're taller than you really are, then that's a great trick to use when you're picking whatever outfit that you're wearing. Number 3, I believe, is one that everybody, at least I like to think that everybody knows about, but it's show what you work with so that you actually detract attention from everything else. So by that I mean, if you have if you're a woman with a full bosom, like that's what you're working with, but for example, that the rest of your body is much slimmer, that you want to wear outfits that bring attention to your bosom. I'm not saying that you have to put like your boobies out entirely, but I'm saying that you show a little bit of cleavage, because then literally that's what the attention is going to be on. Like, I am talking to you guys right now and I know that my cleavage is out, and that's the first thing that's probably gonna grab some people's attention. Likewise, if you know that you have the legs and you're tall, you have the legs for it, but you also are self-conscious about your upper body, or you feel like you're too big, or just you just don't feel that confident, then wear shorter stuff, wear mini skirts, wear shorts, so that all the attention is actually on those legs, and then you can wear whatever you want on top. Because that's like the greatest trick, by the way, that Beyonce played when she was pregnant, and one of the biggest mysteries of the 21st century, when nobody knew whether she was pregnant or not. She did it so well, because if you pay attention to all of her videos and all of her photos, even while she was still performing when she was pregnant, she was wearing stuff that was taking the attention away from her tummy. Like, she performed at Glastonbury and she was like 3 months pregnant. She wore a blazer that was low cut in the front, and she wore shorts so that her legs were also out. In the middle, she put a belt to hide it. That was really smart, because when you looked at that outfit, all you saw were boobs and legs, while the tummy was there and it was growing and there was a kid inside. So that's like one of the easiest trick ever. Show what you're working with so that you can detract the attention from what you don't want people to focus on. The fourth trick is to really be mindful of the type of fabric that you pick. Now, I've talked about fabric in basically like all of the videos that I've made so far. And the reason why fabric is coming up, it's because obviously that's what the outfit you're wearing is made of. So whatever you pick, you have to know that it comes with some like flaws and all. I said this already before. Jersey is something like elastin is something that sticks to your body and shows every little thing. So if you have stuff going on, like if you just want to hide things like your tummy, I'm keep saying tummy because that's the one thing that men and women tend to be the most self-conscious about. So if you want to hide your tummy, then you don't want to wear a t-shirt that is super stretchy or that sticks to your body, because it's gonna outline everything. Like, it's that simple. Likewise, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. I sweat a lot and I still don't know how to fight it, but I have to be mindful of not wearing stuff like satin, because satin will basically show everything. It shows the tiniest amount of dampness. It's very absorbent. So the type of material that you pick will also either hide your flaws or like magnify it. So you have to be mindful of that. Like, this next tip is one that I really go back and forth on, honestly. I think for the most part, I'm absolutely against it. I don't wear, and I'm talking about peplum outfits, peplum tops. I used to own a few that I never wore and I gave away because it just wasn't doing it. Because those, you have to find the one that is exactly perfect for your body type. If you are tall like me and you have a long torso, sometimes you wear peplum and it's too short on you, like lengthwise, and it just doesn't sit right. If you're on the petite, on the smaller side, that's a great asset to your closet, because it gives the illusion that you have a wider it gives the illusion of a wider structure. It gives the illusion that you have hips, especially if you're liking in that department. So that's a good thing to add to your closet. Also, if you're slimmer, it gives the impression you're not just like a stick, like you're not just too thin. If you're on more on the plus size side, or like on the much more bulkier, you have to be mindful, because because of that illusion of being wider. If you're on that side, like on the bulkier side, but you do want to wear peplum, then maybe go down a size. So, because it's already made of like so much fabric, especially at like in that area, that peplumy area that goes out, that's that's the one that I'm not a big fan of. The next trick to hide physical flaws or conceal physical flaws is to invest in high-waisted bottoms and compression outfits. This one I think is very like self-explanatory. High-waisted bottom just smooth down everything. It makes you look so much slimmer. It holds all the weight that you have in your tummy. It hides that very well, just like compression outfit does. So this one is just like really straight to the point. I'm not even sure like how else to explain it. And by high-waisted bottoms, it doesn't matter whether it's pants, jeans, skirts, shorts, whatever it is. This is the one piece that's very flattering, no matter what your size is, or whether you're short or tall. So anything that literally sucks everything in this tummy area, go for it. We're on to like the seventh and final tip, and this, I'm just gonna say one word: shapewear. It is going to be your best companion when it comes to undergarments. So it's out there these days, like everybody wears shapewears nowadays. Besides Spanx, you have tons and tons of other brands, but every woman should at least have one pair in her closet because that will literally save your life. Some people like to wear like it, I think it all depends on the look you're going for, like how slim you're trying to look or what vibe you're trying to give. But people wear them like they will put two on, like they'll pile one on top of the other just to look as slim as possible. Now, I mean, to each his own, I'm not judging, but all I'm saying is when you invest in shapewear, you want to make sure that it's very comfortable, because on top of that, you have to keep in mind that you're adding another layer of outfit, like what you're actually wearing. There's all kinds. Do your research. If you want something that's not gonna show your penny line, they make them these days too. If you wanna, if you wanna give the impression that you have like slimmer thighs. So basically, there's shapewears for all kinds of physical stuff that you wanna hide or try to conceal. Invest in those, and your life will never be the same. I have to say, don't believe all the hype. Wearing shapewear isn't magically or automatically gonna make you lose weight and like make you look slimmer. It gives the impression at the time you're wearing it, but once that comes off, it's like business as usual. Like whatever your body is, that's what it's gonna look like once you step out of that. So it's not gonna make you lose weight. You wanna lose weight, watch what you're eating and exercise, but that's a whole nother conversation. But yes, shapewear will absolutely conceal every flaw. Depending on what you're trying to hide, you'll know which one to buy. You know, I said I was giving you 7 tips, and technically the video should end right here, but I'm giving you a bonus one. So by now you know that wearing a clingy top and one that like sticks to your body will show everything and accentuate whatever issue you're trying to hide. But wearing something that is very loose or baggy will not conceal a big tummy. Yeah, I said it. Whenever we get really bloated, we tend to go for something that has a lot of room, like whether it's a dress or a top. You want something that's very baggy and comfy, but that will only make it worse in terms of like visually, like that will only accentuate the problem because it's shapeless. So it gives the impression that it's just a bunch of fabric just sitting on your body because it has no shape whatsoever. So that's a big mistake that we tend to make. Go for like the baggy, roomy, comfortable type of clothing when we're feeling self-conscious about like our tummy and stuff, or we feel bigger. It only makes things worse. If you want to wear something that's still going to be flattering, also comfortable, then you want to stick to something that hugs your chest and your arms. It doesn't necessarily have to like literally stick to your body, but you want something that molds to your chest and your arms, and then that softly just falls over your tummy. That's the type of attire you should be going for. Stop wearing baggy clothes hoping that it's going to hide whatever physical flaw you're trying to conceal. That will not work. It will only make things worse. So that's my bonus tip for you guys because I'm feeling generous today. So that's it for today. I hope this was very informative. Like I said, if you have any tips, please do share them with me because again, I want to learn from you. If you've used any of those, or if you apply those, or if you have others, please leave them in the comments. I want to learn from you guys. Please thumbs up, like this video, and I will see you in the next one on Wednesday. Bye guys.